Hi everyone, welcome back to Enigmatica 6 Expert Mode, episode 17. Today we are going to go over what I've done between episodes and get into making some weak blood shards to progress farther into Powa to hopefully really soon get a Nitro Reactor and also get to the point where we can make our tier 4 blood altar and blood magic. So let's go ahead and get flipped back around here. First off, what we're going to do is claim these quest rewards because I have several that I have been completely forgetting to claim. So let's just click all this and see what we've got. Glass bottles, a random sword. I'm actually just going to place, oh, I got an ender pouch. That's awesome, actually. Let's actually toss some stuff in there. Wow, okay. Ooh, stable wormhole, which I don't think is too difficult to make, but it's just, you know, kind of annoying. And I haven't made one yet, so that's kind of neat. Yeah, and then memory stick, hardened battery. All right, yeah, so we've got some decent stuff here. Let me toss all this stuff in here, kind of just looking as I toss the stuff. Okay. So yes, what we are going to do, let me go ahead and sort of recap what I did between episodes. Trying to think if there's much of anything. Where did you come from? That actually spawned a chicken? Bye-bye. Okay. Yeah, this is just temporary. I set this up back here so I could fight some withers. But yeah, that's where I'm gonna fight some withers. I have this set up here to get 15 nether stars. I already had 2, and this will get me 13 more to be able to make, I think, all of the Nitro Crystals that we're gonna need. Because this craft here, it's very expensive, but you do get 16 crystals per craft. So I think I've counted it out correct. Like, I think I kind of estimated on a few things just to be safe, but I have everything set up in a mechanical crafter setup except for the nitro blocks and the nitro items here, and then this Maxwellian entropic gateway. But I have everything else already put into the like board here, and then I have everything prepared besides the nitro crystals themselves. So everything else for all these crafting recipes, like the dielectric casings and the reinforced blast bricks, sterling dynamo, radiator blocks, all this stuff is ready. And then the Maxwellian entropic gateway, I have everything ready for this. Other than the jar of voiding, I have not crafted yet, but I have the stuff ready here. But basically, to get into everything, we have to make the weak blood shards. So that'll be what we get to first. But yeah, let me jump over here, kind of show what I've done here. Have all this set up at the moment. It's just missing those items we haven't crafted yet. Have a little bit of a conveyor belt thing set up here, just temporarily. I really need to get the factory building set up, and this may end up getting moved here and there. This got backed up because a skeleton apparently died like on the belt, and so there was an arrow and a bone that was blocking everything. So it was very backed up. I did also get the 3rd and 4th level of our bee area set up. So this one has basically like the end and nether bees, which I have the ender bee here. However, the ender honeycombs, they're another comb that has to have bottles. So yeah, found that out. That's another one that's going to be a little bit of a pain. And then this one has the undergarden bees and all of like the slimy bees and the dusty mum bee and the beeper. Yeah. And then down here we have basically all of the other kind of resource bees that we're going to want. Like gravel and clay is going to be used to make concrete, to do like concrete production, because that's going to be needed for the, I think it's like the engineers, or what is it called? It's one of like the blueprint things. We're going to need a lot of that. And then this one I have ready to be set up for the other magical bees, but we're not going to do that today. We may do that maybe next episode. I'm not sure. And then over in the Sylph and Drigby farm, not a whole lot has changed with the Sylph farm. I did add some lighting in here and got the trees all like grown, like their berries grown on there. This is completely backed up here. I have not sorted out the storage for this yet. I have also decided that, I know the last episode we were like a big focus of it was getting this masticator set up, but honestly I have not been able to figure out a solution with getting rid of the boss bar along the top, and it's not that annoying, but in reality we do not need this many masticator scales, I don't believe. And if we do in the future need more than what I have gathered here, then I can just always spawn him again and put him over here for a short time. Like, it's really not a big deal. But I don't foresee us needing like a bunch of these flowers, and they only use 1 scale per flower scope. So I think I'm going to end up killing him and rearranging this room, because I was trying to figure out how to go about getting like the different little cages set up, and I wasn't really liking it, and I think I'm just going to get rid of him. So I got a bone serpent over here, a kangaroo, a tarantula hawk. That's another one that I really don't think we need a whole lot. I mean, I could be wrong. These air reagents could be used more than what I'm thinking here, but I just, whoa, go back. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I guess it's needed for some of this stuff. I don't know. We'll see. We may keep the tarantula hawk in there for a little while. But yeah, so he's probably going to go. I did start putting a few things up here. I am going to break these off and stop their growth getting so high. Plus I need to put the roof on this. But I have not done like the rest of the crops here, so that's still kind of a work in progress. And over in the tech building, nothing else has changed besides I am working on getting some Energizing Orb automation set up here. So I have a controller that I'm working on getting everything automated, and I have been putting the different items that are going to be used to craft the different pieces. So that's where I went ahead and made this spawner core, which I luckily had enough leftover dimensional storage crystals from making the ender tanks, pretty much just enough to make this here. and then yeah, you put it in the thermopneumatic processing plant with some essence to turn it into the empty, like, actual spawner core. And then you take this and what I did anyway, and it wasn't very difficult at all, is I went into the end, and let me show you here. Kind of just have like a little temporary setup here where I brought a liquid compressor over to give this some pressure, and once this pressure gets up to, this is the vacuum pump, once the pressure gets up to over 2 on the like positive end here, the negative side will start going into negative pressure, because the vacuum trap needs negative pressure to fill up the spawner core. So then you place that empty spawner core in here, and if you put some memory essence from your like memory stick, you get, I think, more progress on the spawner core each time that the Endermen get like sucked up. But basically I just stood here and lured in some Endermen, and then once they got within range here and it was in this green area, it filled up that spawner core. So I did have to take my helmet off because my helmet has the end veil, so they don't get mad at you if you have that on. Go back there. Okay. And yeah, so that's the 100% Enderman spawner core, because that is used to make the Ender core here, along with an Ender Overseer and a dielectric casing. But I don't foresee needing this like super soon, possibly, but like I said, I was mostly just getting these different items prepared to get the orb automated, because the orb, I have this one, this one, this one. I have all the items for those. The Spirited Crystal and the Niotic Crystal, I have the items for that. The raw neural processor, I went ahead and made a Wixie charm, which is like that. And then the raw advanced processors, which is flux dust, Enderium coins, silicon processor binding in the pressure chamber. So I have those items prepared. And then the energized steel items, the infused ender pearl, the blazing crystals, the uraninite, which we get a little bit of this from the uranium B, but just in case we need to, make more of it, an automated production. And then the charged snowballs. I don't foresee needing a whole lot of dry ice. Could be wrong. In the future, I may add that. And then these power cores, the medium one and the large one here, or high, I'll add that and the nitro crystals once I get more of these items here. And then the other thing was this teleportation core. I'll eventually get that added. But I've been just kind of gathering up the items, slowly getting this automated. Let's add that in there. And we'll go ahead and, I guess, get some more energized steel going. Might as well. Yeah, so it's working pretty good for right now. Okay, so enough of my babbling. Let's just throw those away. Okay, first thing we're gonna do is gather out all this stuff to spawn the Afrit demon thing to kill, to be able to get the Afrit essence. So basically I made the Botanical Brewery to be able to make this where is it at here? Yeah, the flask of Crimson Shade. I did have some of these flasks that had potions in them in my system here. Let's see, flask. Yeah, a bunch of them just from like random quest rewards. So I emptied out one of there was an absorption one. I emptied out that one, and we're gonna use that one, hopefully, to make one of those potions. If not, then I have some mana glass here, but basically to be able to get those, we need, yeah, so we can use the Magician's Blood Orb, so that'll be fine. So we should be able to do that just fine. And then this refined crimson, which is the other ingredient here, is just in the alchemy table, some sulfur, netherwort, and crimson root. That was how I got those. So let's go into Autumn. This may be a little kind of back and forth, like scatterbrained, but hopefully the babbling has ended. Okay, so we need to do this Abros, I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it, open conjure. And let's go ahead and visualize this. I'm gonna place that down. We need white chalk and purple chalk, and then there's candles and some skulls. So let's do purple. All right, we've done the purple. Let's put some candles down. And then 2 skeleton skulls, 2 wither skulls, and the golden sacrificial bowl. And then I think we need 8 of these other sacrificial bowls. Let's see if I can get, yeah, okay, that works. So what we are doing here is we are doing this ritual to summon the unbound Afrit. So we need a gold inlay, 4 blazing archwood, like the bark looking ones, 2 runes of fire, a refined crimson, and then we need the bound Afrit book, which is purple dye, purified ink, and a book and quill. And then you also have to like have a camel nearby. You have to like sacrifice a camel. So I have a camel. Let's go ahead and put in these different items. Yes, and then we put the camel down. Hopefully this is how you do it. I've never done this before, so we'll see. Okay, so I realized apparently I needed to actually kill the camel. I thought the camel got, like I thought the ritual itself actually sacrificed the camel. But I guess that is not the case. Okay, so we got 17 Afrit essence. We'll have to see if that's enough. I honestly am not 100% sure. I've been kind of like repairing my chalk. But yeah, okay, so that's what we needed here. I'll leave this just in case I need to make some more, like spawn him again. Whoop, lag spike. Let's go ahead and put this stuff away. And this stuff. Okay, so we have the Afrit essence. Let's grab this stuff and this stuff. Yes. Okay, so let's go over to the Botanical Brewery. Let's kind of move this stuff around a little bit. Okay, and I am I've never done this before either. I'm not sure. I think you have to put the bottle on first, and then you put the rest of the stuff in. I don't think it matters too much on the order that these are put on here. But yeah, that looks like it's doing something. Now, I don't know if I need like something else to kind of complete the craft on the end, or like my wand of the forest or something. I have honestly never gotten very far into Botania, so I've never actually done any of this Botania brewing. So we'll just have to see. There's not even like a progress meter. But basically we want this stuff here, and then we have to go into the Undergarden at the alchemy table and combine all of this stuff. I wanted to do it this way if I could, because then that way we get double the weak blood shards per Aphrodite essence than just doing this craft, because I can't do this one yet, even though I have some of these incense sticks from the Undergarden dungeons, until I get the Master Blood Orb. So I can't quite get that. Oh gosh, that scared me. So we've got that. I'm gonna go ahead and get one. No, I'm not gonna get one more of these crafted because I don't have another flask. So let me just leave these items in here. Yeah, that was, oh no, and the iron ingot. There we go. Okay, let's go over to the Undergarden here. And yeah, I was crafting some more of that refined crimson. And let's put the Aphrodite essence, the crimson shade, and the refined crimson. Get some more blood. Okay, I drained the blood from the blood altar into the blood orb, and I tried to gather as much as I could here. Okay, so that's enough. Apparently it takes quite a lot of blood. I don't know how many of these I'm going to be able to get here. Yeah, because then it uses the whole flask. So it actually uses up the flask itself too. Okay. Yeah, so let me go ahead and craft up one more of these flasks of crimson shade and get 2 more weak blood shards, and then we can actually make these large bloodstones, the 4 that we need. Oh, actually we just need the 1. Okay, so let's actually go, yeah, let's actually go home real quick. And we can craft the blood shards here, or the bloodstone. Yeah, okay, there we go. And then we have the blink runes. Pretty sure that was what we needed. Occultism legendary loot boxes. Tier 4 dimensional storage stabilizer. Can you get the ingots back out of this? Like, I figured you could just craft these back down to the ingots, but I guess not. This seems pretty expensive. Yeah, so that seems like a pretty good reward there. But what I'm actually looking for is this here, bloodstone bricks. There we go. Okay, so that's our tier 4 blood altar setup here. So let's go ahead and go get that set up, I suppose, and I'll probably get that set up and, like I said, craft some more of these weak blood shards, because that is the only thing that I'm missing to be able to make the nitro crystals. I need to make a lot more of these blazing crystals and kill a few more withers, but that was what was really holding me up. And then obviously the huge power drain, like they're going to take a while to craft. But I'm hoping that maybe as I go, I can upgrade the energizing orbs, or the, not the energizing orbs, the rods. The problem with that is these, you can't just go like the reactor and go straight to the max level, because like you don't have to tier anything. The rods you do. So like if you go energizing rods here, to get this max level one, you need the previous level, and then you need the previous level, you need the previous level. So I'm at just the hardened ones right now. So I'll need to make basically every stage of these capacitors to upgrade up to the nitro, which would use some of our nitro crystals. So I'll just kind of have to see. I make it up to like spirited, or actually no, because I'm the Osiris God shards are like this one I think I have here is my only one that I have at the moment. So I make it up to the Niotic because this isn't super difficult. So yeah, I make it up to the Niotic energizing rods, and hopefully that'll go a little faster on crafting this stuff. So yeah, let me go ahead and get the tier 4 blood altar set up and basically do a lot of kind of off-camera crafting of weak blood shards, killing the wither, getting some blazing crystals, and all of that. And then hopefully we can come back and get this nitro reactor set up. So I will be back in just a moment for you guys. Alright, so we are in the Undergarden here. I went ahead and set up the tier 4 blood altar. So I put all of the 28 regular runes down, and then the 8 runes of capacity that they gave us. And then, so from there you go down and then out 1 to do this ring. And then you go up 4 blocks, and then the bloodstone brick goes above that. So with the capacity runes, there's now a 26 bucket capacity. So I have this mostly filled up there to get us started. But to making these weak blood shards a little easier, we are going to go ahead and make the Master Blood Orb so that I can do this craft here, which will be so much better for us to get more weak blood shards. So this just needs the tier 4 blood altar with a shadow steel and then 80,000 LP. So let's go ahead and do that. Basically, I'm just gonna sit here and like poke myself and heal up. And hopefully this won't take too awful long. But I'll come back once this is about done. Alright, so that just got done. I actually wasn't sure if that was actually going to work because it was draining very fast. So we just got the Master Blood Orb. You'd think that that would have given you some kind of like dun dun dun, you know, like you've completed something. But I guess there's not, oh, I didn't mean to click that. I guess there's not a quest for it. Yeah, so now we actually should be able to move all of this into the overworld. But having this will make it so much easier to craft the weak blood shards. So let's go ahead and go. Ooh, a little bit of lag there. Let's go ahead and grab these incense sticks, the blood orb. Let's see, the Aphrodite essence. Okay, I think I have everything. And then I think there was one more No. Okay, I thought I had gotten another one of these from a quest reward, but it was a different kind. Okay, so let's go back into the Undergarden, just because I haven't made the I haven't moved this over into the Overworld. Okay, so this is probably going to take a lot of, yeah, a lot of life essence. But anyway, this will make getting these blood shards so much easier. So that's what I'm going to be working on. I think I'm probably going to call it a night. It is very early in the morning for me. So yeah, next I will work on getting all of these to be able to get the Nitro Crystals. So anyway, I'll be back in just a moment. Alright everyone, so I got to looking at everything that I had recorded so far, and I think if I tried to cram in crafting all of the reactor stuff here, the episode would run a little longer than I'm wanting. So I think what we're going to do to finish off the episode is go ahead and kill the masticator, just to go ahead and get this boss bar off my screen. We're going to go ahead and craft the Maxwellian entropic gateway, but we're going to leave the rest of this for the beginning of next episode. I'll, between episodes, get all those nitro crystals crafted. I have also moved the blood altar into the overworld, so we're going to finish kind of resetting that up and finish off probably with a little bit of the energizing orb auto crafting, or at least the like recipe crafting. So let's go ahead and jump in here, get this guy killed. Sorry, dude. I know you were our little buddy for a while, but you have to go. I think I am just gonna go ahead and trash that stuff. I've got quite a lot, but that gets the boss bar off the screen, and then like I said, I'm gonna kind of redo this room, I think. And let's jump over to where I have the blood altar set up. I went ahead and did the whole visualize thing with for the tier 5, so we have it set up for the tier 5. And actually I think I'm gonna need a block up here to be able to put the visualization back down. Okay, yes, right there. Okay, so yeah, I'm leaving these spots obviously here blank because I don't have the blood runes to make it to tier 5, and then I'll need to do the beacons, of course. But I have the rest of the stuff here, so let's finish out this. I think this was how it went. Two. I think we're gonna change this up. Do it like that. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and finish filling in all these pieces off camera, and then we're gonna come back, and I've crafted the Impure Red Chalk. That's the last chalk that we needed for our occultism stuff, and basically to turn it into the regular, we just need that tier 4 blood altar and 40,000 LP. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that and come back as soon as I've crafted the red chalk, and that's just to get that out of the way. I don't necessarily need that today, but just to get it finished. So we'll grab that, and I'll be back once this is all done. Alright, so that just got crafted over to the regular red chalk. So I'm going to put that in my bag here, along with a few of these other things. So I have this set up here. I tried using some chiseled or chipped glowstone in place of those, and it was not counting towards the the actual blood altar set up, so I had to go back to regular glowstone. You can use glowstone or prismarine or like the sea lanterns, but I don't know, I think I prefer glowstone. I'm not sure, I may change it. And I somehow have 7 random extra blank runes. I have no idea where these came from or like why I have extra ones. Maybe I got them from a quest reward, I'm really not sure, but yeah, so those are in there. So let's go ahead and go back over to the Waystone. We're gonna go into Autumn, and hopefully I can do a lightning craft here. That work? There we go. Okay, so there's our jar of voiding, and then we need to set up another ritual here. This one here. So let's put that down, and then I'm going to steal the sacrificial bowl from over here. And we need white and gold. Dude, you're a really bad shot. Alright, and then 2 crystals and 2 candles. And then we need 8 bowls. Oh well, I'm just gonna leave them like that. It doesn't really match, but okay, so we have the jar of voiding, 2 shoe god shards, 2 runes of fire, 2 runes of water, and a thermoplate with a foliat book here in the center. And that's gonna get the Maxwellian Entropic Gateway. Alright, there we go. Okay, now last thing I wanted to do before I kind of do some stuff between episodes and you know, start off the episode with crafting the Nitro Reactor is over here at the Energizing Orb. I wanted to kind of do some of this on camera, but then also I needed to fix some of the stuff anyway because I'm going to change it around. Let me grab out these pieces that I need to fix. Okay, so I am getting rid of all of these here because I'm going to be shifting them over. Alright, so basically what you want to do is the Energizing Orb, I have several connectors attached to it. I have one on the bottom that I have a facade over, and then I have these 3 others, just so I have plenty of spots to be able to do some recipes here. This first line, I have extracting the ingredients from this chest here. So any of the crafting ingredients I want to put in here will go in here. And these may move later on once I get it a little bit more like completely automatically set up. But as for right now, I'm just going to manually put the ingredients in here. So it extracts from there, and then it's importing. These are going to be kind of like our lock items. So each recipe for the Energizing Orb uses, there's one item that is unique to that recipe. So for the energized snowballs, you know, it's a snowball, blaze rod, and then each of these other ones are going to be our lock item. So I have all of these there, and I'll add more once I get these other crafting recipes set up. But then basically what it's going to do is on this redstone like sensor channel, it's checking for a specific item, and if it is greater than 0, so if in the Energizing Orb that item is greater than 0, meaning it is in there, then it will output a certain signal. So if it's reading that there is a frost steel ingot in the Energizing Orb, which is one of the locked items here. These two don't require anything because it's just a singular item, so you don't have to have any particular setup for it. But for the Frost Steel, you need Frost Steel and Electrum. So it's going to read if there's Frost Steel, and if it's greater than 0, it's going to output on the white signal, the white color. And this one right here is just exporting again from the ingredients chest. These are all just straight exporting. And then it's importing on the white signal 1 Electrum. So if it reads that there is a Frost Steel in there, it's going to output on white. It's going to read the white signal and import just 1 Electrum. And then on the next one, say it, instead of putting Frost Steel in there first, it puts a diamond in there. So then it reads that there is a diamond in there, more than one. It's going to output on the red color, and it's going to read the red color and put 1 block of crystallized mineral. And then, since this craft requires 3 different items, it's then going to read if there is a block of crystallized mineral in the Energizing Orb, and it's going to output on the green signal. And then it's going to read the green signal and import a block of dimensional shard. And if that's the case, then it will craft an infused diamond. And then on this last channel, it's extracting everything, but it's importing these specific items into the crafted item storage. I have this space empty right here because that's where the infused ender pearl is going to go, but I haven't crafted it yet because it's going to be really slow to craft until I get my power sorted out. So for that one, it's going to read if there's an ender pearl in the Energizing Orb, and if there is, output on the blue signal or blue color, and then it's going to read the blue color and put a block of crystallized chorus in there, only 1. Then we want to, here, I had these all set up, but I had them kind of all shifted over 1. I want to start right here. I don't know why I had originally left this spot empty. I think I was thinking it was going to conflict with something, but it's not. So then it's going to read if there's a block of crystallized chorus, and it's going to output on the yellow color. I'm not going to bother turning my channels off while I mess with this because I don't have any items in here, so it's not going to do anything. But if you do have items already in your import storage area, I would turn your channels off as you go, as you tweak these, because it could mess things up. So basically we're going to go right here on this next open slot. We're going to create an import, and we're going to read on the yellow color. And if it gets the yellow signal, then it's going to import 1 block of dimensional shard. And that's basically going to be the ender pearl covered. So it's going to read the ender pearl, put crystallized chorus, read the crystallized chorus, put a block of dimensional shard. And then we want to read if there's blaze fiber, output on the aqua blue color. So we're going to go to aqua blue, and we're going to import 2 blaze honeycomb, because this one requires 2 of this specific item. It's doubled up in the recipe, so max amount in destination inventory needs to be 2. If you just put 1, it's only going to allow 1 honeycomb in the orb, and then of course it's not going to craft because that's not a valid recipe. So that's the blazing crystals done. So then the next one is it's going to read if there's a resonating gem, an output on this magenta color, and we're going to read the magenta color, and if it reads that, we're going to put 2 stardust in there. Yeah, because that's the niotic crystals. And then yes, then what was I missing here? Why did I have the dust? Oh, yeah, the last one here. I haven't actually crafted this one yet, but if it reads, if there's an Osiris God Shard, it's going to output on the orange. And we're going to read the orange signal. And then we're going to import 2 uranium dust. I think that's right. Yeah, 2 uranium dust in the Osiris God Shard. Yeah. And then that one, of course, I haven't put in the output yet because I haven't crafted that one. So I'm gonna put all those back in there. So let's say I just got done crafting the last of the Niotic crystals that I needed to just do these 3 energizing rods. But now I need to set these back in there to get the blazing crystals. So we're gonna toss these in. It's gonna pull in just 1 blaze fiber, but say I put like, honestly, like any of these other items in there, it's not going to take any of these, other than, so like nothing else is being pulled in there until I put in the blaze cones, and then it pulls in only 2 and it crafts, and then it pulls in the next and it crafts. So it basically is just going to go off of the first item in your chest. That'll be what it starts with the craft. But it's going to basically read these locked items first. And if it imports these locked items because it's not enabled on any particular color, then it'll go from there on the different sequenced of like colors. So it's never going to pull in any of these other items from the chest because it's not going to get that signal until it reads the appropriate item that's already in the orb. So that's kind of how you can automate your energizing orb. So I'm going to basically just let this run for a while between episodes, and I'll need to get enough blazing crystals to, I think I need 45 blazing crystals to be able to make all of the Niotic crystals that I need. I think I was kind of doing the math, and I needed 15 nether stars. Well, you need 200 Niotic crystals in total, but each Niotic crystal in the crafting, you get 16 crystals. So if you take 200 divided by 16 to count how many actual total crafts you need, it's like 12 and a half crafts. So if you round that up to 13, I'm going to go ahead and do 15 crafts just to be safe. So I'm counting 15 nether stars, 30 weak blood shards, which I have like 61, because I was able to do this craft so much easier. And then I needed, what is it? I'm trying to look at my paper here. And then I need, 45 blazing crystals. So basically just kind of let this run. It's actually already done. So let's go ahead and do this one then, and we'll just finish out the episode with this. Let me pull all these items back out just because I don't want this to continue to run at the moment. Let me pull out that stuff. Okay. And then the nether stars. Why do I have an extra nether star? Oh, I think I had that over here to do the crafting recipes, but I actually don't need that. So let's put in, let's do this one here. So this is going to read, we've got up to the spirited. Let's go power, because I'm trying to kind of keep my recipes here kind of organized as well. So I have spirited, so yeah, so the next one would be Niotic. And the locked item I'm going to do is the nether star, because there's only one item in this crafting recipe, and it's only used in this crafting recipe. So let's go to here. We're going to read if there's a nether star. So we're going to add another line here. We're going to read Okay, what have I done? Pigment off. I want it to read items. Why is it not reading items? Let's just delete that channel and start over. Logic, create. Huh. Okay, there we go. I don't know what it was on before. That was strange. Okay, so it's going to read an item. I'm going to go ahead and switch all these over to item and all to the greater than sign. So all greater than 0. So if it reads that there's another star in there, it's going to output on blue, I think green. So we did orange. Trying to go through the colors here. Okay, let's go back to black. Magenta and then orange. Okay, gray. We're gonna do gray. So it's gonna read on gray. Oh, no. I'm doing this completely wrong. I was just doing this. It needs to go over here. So gray. So if it reads the nether star, it's going to output on the color gray. So then we need to come over here and we're going to create a line. We're going to read on the color gray and we're going to input 2 weak blood shards. Okay, and then we're going to go back here and we're going to read on color like burgundy or whatever and do, oh no. We're going to read the blood shards. And if there's blood shards in there, we're going to, let's see, can I do it here? It's an export, it's an import there. I think I could do it here. Because this is just straight exporting. And this is whitelisting these particular items. We're going to try it here. And then we're going to read on the color burgundy, and we're going to put 2 blazing crystals in there. I think that'll be fine. We'll see. Okay, so let's put in blazing crystals, weak blood shards. Okay, so it's not doing anything yet. But if we put the nether stars in, we have another star. Okay, so this is messed up. So let's go here. So it's reading the nether star. It's going to output on the color gray. It's going to read the, oh, I somehow turned that off. Okay, I somehow turned that line off. So I did have it correct. At least that part. Now let me troubleshoot the other part. Is this line on? Okay, so maybe I can't do it here. So it's going to read the blood shard, output on the burgundy signal, burgundy color. Read the burgundy color, 2 blazing crystals. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's working here. So let me just remove that and we'll go down here. We'll read on the burgundy. We're going to do 2 blazing crystals. I think it already started because I didn't turn this channel off, and the blazing crystals, they were the very first thing in this chest, so it didn't mess up, but it didn't actually work correctly at that point. But this should be working now. I think it was just messing up because I had it on this channel here. And this should just be, I guess, just strictly the export channel and putting it into our storage. So yeah, these are going to take a long time because my power is not great. I have like a magmatic dynamo down here, and yeah. So that is why I want the Nitro Reactor to not have to worry about power for a while. And then after that, get into some refined storage, mostly just for the like crafting terminal and like the controller and everything, just to make crafting a little easier, and automation. We can get into like setting up crafters. I don't know if I'm going to actually use the storage disks themselves, like the disk drives for storage. I think we may do something else as far as mass storage. We'll probably have a lot of like external storage down in drawers and everything. But yeah, I'm not 100% sold on refined storage in this pack because it's very expensive. But yeah, that's what I wanted to cover today. And like I said, in between episodes, I'll get everything we need to make the Nitro Reactor and get all the items needed to power it, because you need several things to kind of get it up and running. And then what else? I think I'm going to go ahead and finish off putting the crops and everything in the Drigme farm, or the Sylph farm, and kind of reorganize the Drigme farm over there. So anyway, thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.